Welcome to Thursday's Market Update. We are in Uptown Rochester, and we are at a brand new business. Yeah. Where are we at, man?
So we're at NerdinOut. So we just moved off of Elton Hills. We went from about 1,100 square feet right to where you said, right off of 2nd Street Southwest in Uptown. And we've moved to about 6,000 square feet now, Bucky.
That is unbelievable. And yourself and a business partner, introduce both of you so we know.
Yeah, so I'm Brad Vigasa, and my business partner, who you'll see here shortly, is Jake Sharpen. So we've been doing this for 2 years, and we just outgrew where we were.
I cannot wait to get inside. It is like a grown man's playground inside here. It's
Let's
sweet.
go.
Let's check it out. I don't even know where to begin, Brad. Like, give us the grand tour. There's so much going on in here.
Yeah, well, like I said, we had about 1,100 square feet last time, and everything was just jumbled from ceiling to floor. So basically, when you walk in, since we just opened, you're gonna see Spider-Man's gonna be greeting you right here when you walk in. Then from there, what will happen is you can come right here. We have our Funko Pops. Over here, we have our Legos and all of our Marvel, DC, Star Wars action figures. We have our statues all in these 3 cases, which are going to be typically lit up for you, so you'll be able to really see all the vibrant colors on these. The big thing that we did this year was we actually changed up the comic area. So the comic is a dedicated section now rather than this little nook. So we've added these cubicles here so that you have all the comics on top and some on the bottom. We're going to be diving into new issues now through our distributor, so you'll see all those on the wall.
That's great.
And then as we get towards the back, we have all of our clothing now on the wall, which we just had a tiny little rack prior to. So it's nice because we can actually get that up there and let that shine for once. As we get going to our grand opening, which will be on Saturday, we'll have arcade cabinets right here. So people can just come in and they can start playing some of our arcade machines. So we'll have simulators on there, everything for them to do. The biggest thing with moving up to this big of a space that we wanted to accomplish was community. So we didn't have that option at our old store, and now what we have is we have our own gaming area. So along with the arcades, we'll have tabletops up at this bar-looking table here. We'll have some nitro coffee, some cold coffee for people to come in to enjoy, whether you're just going right to St. Mary's or you're looking at some toys, because we all like a little jolt. And then again, right back here, we do have space now for people to play Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and something we want to bring back is board game night. So let's just say you guys wanted to come in, meet some people, play some board games, or just bring your friends in. Now you have that option. We'll have some board games that will be open.
Nice.
Or you can just purchase one and sit down and play it.
So do you have to rent the space for the game area? Or
you do not.
Just drop on in?
Just come on in and get playing.
Nice. In your last space, did you have the choices of board games that you have now? It looks like there's quite the selection.
We didn't, because we didn't have the space. And then actually our distributor went out of business, so we had decided to pick extra up. That was one thing we did want to bring to this store, because there's not a lot of places in town that have these board games. Target, Walmart, they carry some, but they don't have as select of these, because I don't think that they get most of these through their distributors. So we wanted to make sure that we focused a little bit more in on that. And then our card players. So again, the card games like Magic and Pokemon, we wanted to get more into that because I think a lot of people were looking for that.
Nice. I noticed the sports memorabilia.
Yep.
You're a sports guy too.
I am.
It's not just the nerd side of you. You got the sports side of you.
Yeah.
What's going on over here?
That's part of it, right? I've always said, realistically, the mantra to nerding out is anything that you nerd out in, right? So I'm going to point back to the back wall here in a minute too, but a lot of us nerd out with sports, right? We're sitting on our couches, we're going to these Vikings games, and we're watching it big time. I mean, we wear the jerseys, everything else. So we wanted to get a little bit more into the memorabilia and sports stuff. So you're going to see a lot more jerseys here. Not so much as we'll have like racks on racks, but we'll have some sports jerseys here. Then we will have memorabilia that'll be autographed by sports players.
All right.
Now, the other side to it that I was saying with the Nerding Out is a lot of people are passionate about painting, drawing, that type of stuff. So the one thing we wanted to do with the community also that I'm starting to put up right now is get local artists into our store. So what we're doing is we're putting out posts for local artists to be able to put their paintings and drawings into our store, and we'll actually sell it here for them, and then people will have the option to buy more of their artwork. So as you can see here, this is actually some of my favorite stuff that we've gotten in so far. But even right here on the wall, this is some pretty crazy looking stuff. I could never do anything like that. So we're really excited to be able to promote not only local artists, but have this on our wall because I think it's great looking stuff.
You have so much wall space to work with.
Right.
I mean, it's really endless of all the things you can do. That's great. Coming up towards the reception area, checkout area. Jake, how's it been?
Been all right, Buck.
How many hours you been putting in over the last week?
Very many, very many.
Have you been thinking about sleeping here a couple nights?
I should have. It would have been a useful amount of time spent. Yeah.
People don't realize what goes into it. Just, I mean, even setting up all these racks in the right order.
It's very tedious.
Yeah.
You know, and then you want to give it the right look where it's not too spaced out, not too crammed. You know, so.
Have you put up stuff and then looked at it and been like, yeah, we got to move that?
Yeah, I got the Star Trek section to work on next, so.
Nice. I noticed the nerding out theme, and I just caught the snacking out theme. What the heck is over here?
You know, we're just going to load ourselves with some snacks. Just with the gaming area that we're going to be expanding on, you know, people might be here 2-3 hours at a time. They're going to need snacks. They're going to need stuff like that. Also, people that just be kind of coming here to hang out, they'll probably want a snack or something on, you know, whatever we have. So.
And as we go through the checkout area, give us a little tour. What else will be for inventory along this area?
In general, we would probably put more of our higher end stuff here. The smaller toys, which would be normally in grass, but they're just at a higher price point, so we don't want them to be touched normally.
Yep.
You know, so we got our Marvel case. We got then our like 80s, 90s toys and some Transformers in this case. Then obviously the whole wall here, we got it divided by sections. So we got more or less our higher end 80s and 90s, you know, main brands, you know, Turtles, Joe's, He-Man, and some Transformers. Then we're going into DC, then Marvel, then Star Wars. Then we got some of our bigger sets on top. Then on the end there, we got a nice big Lego section. So
and it looks like a good balance of like the collectors that have their 80s that they really spend money for, but also a great place for gifts for kids.
Oh yeah, I mean you could. There's some for everybody at any price really. I mean you got stuff that's you know $1, and then you got stuff that's you know $150 or something like that. So whether it's a hardcore collector or if it's just someone that wants to get a gift for somebody, we just got about anything for them. So
great. Well, let's get Brad back over here. I want you guys to share together about your grand opening and then just where people can find out more. Guys, tell us more about the grand opening and where people can find out more about Nerdin' Out.
For sure. So this Saturday, 11 to 8, we'll have Midnight Munchies here and possibly another food truck for people if they're going to be here a while to go get some grub. We're going to have prizes all day along with the grand prize, which will be a brand new Nintendo Switch that we'll be giving away. So one lucky person will walk away with that bad boy. And you can check us out. Our best bet is on Facebook. Our Facebook page is where we do the most. We do use Instagram also. But typically, that's where we'll keep our new weekly schedule for all the gaming that will be happening each night. And then also at www.nerdinout.com.
Do you guys have a podcast?
I think we might bring that out of the closet. I think so.
You may see that. You may see something on YouTube pretty soon.
Yeah.
We got some quirky stuff. And now that we're both here, we might pop a camera in here and you may see some good outtakes.
Nice. Yeah. Good stuff in the works. Come check out this business in the Uptown area in Rochester. Nerdin' Out.